Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show. Here we go.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
I think we might have confused you for a minute, but that was our goal, right? I obviously have some fabulous guests on my show today. I have Kate Redmond from Cross Country Mortgage with me today, and of course, Mr. Popularity, Cliff Bennett from The Morning Mix. Yeah,
Hi.
it's you. It's you. Kate, we will get to you in a minute. We're going to talk about all about mortgage lending, but I want to dissect Cliff right now. Let's talk about.
Here comes the wow, folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the wow,
Okay.
obviously. Yes, absolutely. So you are, in case people don't know, unless they're sleeping under a rock, Cliff is the host and producer of The Morning Mix that airs every morning on WRDW at 9 o'clock, Channel 12, and 11 o'clock on Channel 26.
That's right.
Yes. And it's the same show? For
It's the
day.
same show. Yeah, we're live from 9 to 10. We're live from 9 to 10 on 12, and then we're rebroadcast from 11 to 12 on 26.
I see. Yes.
Follow the numbers.
Yes. When I used to do the show, we had to film live. And
Yes.
I mean, we kind of film live here. We don't necessarily air it live, but it's kind of the same thing. And I was always so nervous.
Hey, you were just like a pro right now.
Well, you're kind. I can't thank you enough for all the training you gave me. You and Natalia have been amazing to me, and I appreciate it. You are also the community outreach coordinator of WRDW and WAGT.
That's right, yeah.
What are those duties? What things do you do?
It kind of works in tandem with our creative services director, who handles the majority of the promotions for the CSRA that are station related. So, because I've been in the area for so long, I know a lot of the people around the area.
Yes.
Which makes it easier for me to kind of get the hands shaking back and forth.
Awesome.
So, we love going out for Arts in the Heart,
Yes.
Aiken's Macon, large events like that.
Awesome.
Exactly.
And sometimes you're on stage with those events. You're
Sometimes,
emceeing,
yeah.
but I've also seen you play the guitar and sing.
Occasionally, yeah. There's a great band called the Black Jacket Symphony that comes by that I was kind of instrumental with bringing to the CSRA back in 2018.
Okay.
And they've just become good friends, and they'll let me pick up a guitar or triangle and play every once in a while.
Awesome. And they're always at the Performing Arts Center in Columbia County.
Yeah, they have been recently, yeah.
Yeah, and they are amazing.
They are.
They are so amazing.
Absolutely.
But it's always fun to have you on stage and to show your other talents as well. I mean, you are so entertaining.
Why, thank you.
You were recently among the honorees at the recent Greater Augusta Arts Council Annual Arts Awards Gala.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a pleasant shock and a surprise, but I really enjoyed the fact that for the recognition, and again, I was just one of so many that were receiving awards. But
You're modest, but everybody loves you, Cliff.
Okay.
Last year, you were on stage with the Augusta Players. Tell us about that experience.
I've done theater since I was probably about 10 years old. This was the first time I had been on stage with the Augusta Players. My daughter Alice had been on with them a number of years, and they did Jesus Christ Superstar, the kickoff for their 80th season, and I was asked by the artistic director, Scott Seidel, if I would play King Herod. And I've done musicals before, but nothing to that extremity. I mean, that show I think that they put together was Broadway worthy.
Yes.
And if anybody who saw it and realizing that we were doing this show a week after Hurricane Helene, where most of the CSRA didn't even have power,
Yes.
And still pulled off 3 sold-out shows. So I was very fortunate to be part of that working team.
That's amazing. I love the Augusta Players.
Absolutely.
They've recently asked me to be on the board.
There you
So
go.
I want to be more involved and do all of that because they reach so many different people and entertain our area so well. You mentioned your daughter, Alice Rose.
Right.
You have a fabulous wife, Heidi, who
I do.
I've met. You've tried to keep us apart because she and I are going to get in a lot of trouble if we spend any time together.
That's what this episode right here is all about. Okay.
Heidi, call me. I've been waiting for your call. And you have a son, Christian, as well.
I do, yeah. My daughter is 25. My son Christian's 35.
Oh, my goodness.
That's something you didn't know.
No, I'm
Sheet of
envisioning,
paper.
I don't know, I'm envisioning toddlers. I mean, I think you're probably a lot younger than you are, like me. But
Oh, well, that's called Just for Men.
I love it. You grew up in Aiken, but you've worked in the area media for over 30 years. Tell us about
did.
that journey.
I kind of always knew that I would be working in media or entertainment at some shape or form since I was a kid. I went to USC Aiken and graduated with a major in theater and broadcast journalism. So I actually started in radio in 1993 at a rock station called 96 RXR.
Okay.
At the top of the Lamar Building. And I spent about 28, 29 years in radio. I used to be program director with 104.3 WBBQ. I can't count how many live broadcasts and remotes and emceeing events we've done. But I came over here to WRDW in May of 2020. And then about a year and a half later, we started talking about doing our show Morning Mix. And if you'd had told me 10 years before that I'd be producing and hosting a TV show, I would have accused you of day drinking.
I love it.
I don't think that would have happened.
I feel the same way. I mean, I love it. Everything sometimes just falls into play. But I think sometimes we're bred to do this. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
No, exactly.
You feel the same?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you have all of that. You brought all of that experience and your experiences of like you said, meeting people. So now being so involved with the community more, so you know people.
And, you know, it's even with our new co-host, which we'll talk about in a second, you can't go anywhere without running into somebody.
Exactly. You introduced me to your new host, Mary Klingler.
Mary Klingler, yeah.
Yes, she's fabulous.
She's just recently been on the show, was here in the CSRA for a number of years, went away for a while. She's back here, and yeah, she's absolutely lovely.
That's awesome. Yeah, your morning show is fantastic. You recently hosted a fabulous trip. Tell us about that.
We have a group called that we work with here at the station called Holiday Vacations. I got to host a trip to Alaska, which if you've been outside, you know it's not Alaska right now. It's south of Alaska, very south. But yeah, that was actually absolutely great. About 43 different people, 3-day cruise. We were able to take them to Denali National Park, check out Skagway, Yukon Territory. A great time and a lot of great memories made.
Fantastic. And you were gone about a week? Maybe?
About 2 weeks almost.
2 weeks. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, I did look at it lingered, so that's awesome. Fantastic. What are some hobbies that you like? If you go home and you're bored, what do you find yourself doing?
I watch Signature Mike on TV.
I love it. You need some new hobbies, but I appreciate it.
I play guitar. My daughter's very musical. My son is very musical. It kind of runs in the family. We don't really play music together, but I like doing that. And I've got 2 dogs. Those are my 4-legged kids.
Yeah. And popcorn. You like popcorn?
Popcorn is great. With milk.
You'll never know. I'll tell you later how I knew about popcorn.
Oh, boy.
Cliff, thank you for being here. Stay tuned. I have Kate Redmond with Cross Country Mortgage coming up next. We'll be right back.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. My husband Greg and I continue to hear about concerns about price increases, but we want to let you know we have always been focused on American-made products. We have the largest selection of flooring and lighting, and our commitment to you is to provide you with the best pricing, products, and workmanship. So come see where our company is the company that friends recommend. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
What if the perfect pair of shoes could transform more than just your outfit? At Signature Soles and Apparel, it's not just about fashion, it's about finding the pieces that make you feel confident, unique, and ready to take on the world. From stunning shoes to statement outfits and accessories, every item is carefully chosen to help you express your personality. Let our friendly team help you discover your next favorite look. Signature Soles and Apparel, where every step you take feels beautifully you.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
Welcome to Bordeaux's Steak and Seafood in Thompson, Georgia, where casual dining meets southern charm and every meal feels like a special occasion. Our mouth-watering steaks, fresh seafood, and handcrafted cocktails set the stage for unforgettable moments. Whether it's date night, a family celebration, or just because, Bordeaux offers the perfect mix of comfort and class. Come see us tonight. You're always welcome at our table.
There's so much discussion about mortgage lending. We all talk about it. We think we know what we're talking about, but we are going to dispel some of those myths today because I have the fabulous Kate Redmond with me today from Cross Country Mortgage. Kate, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, there is a lot of people are talking.
Yes, for
interest rates
sure.
and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
they don't know what they're talking about.
No.
They need to talk to an expert.
They do.
Because you do this every day.
Every day.
It's like somebody self-diagnosing,
Yes.
themselves, and they need to see a doctor.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. You are a mortgage loan officer with Cross Country Mortgage.
Yes.
Yes.
Very proud.
And for 2 years in a row, Cross Country is America's #1 retail mortgage lender.
I'm very proud.
That
Yes.
says a lot right there. I mean, obviously, you all know what you're doing and you do it well.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is a day in the life like for you when you go to work?
My goodness, a lot of pre-approvals, contracts coming in, of course, kind of just checking what the market is doing and monitoring rates, and of course communicating with
Yes.
just different milestones throughout the process, handling appraisal, questions, issues. Yeah.
You mentioned pre-approval. That is so important. And I think people
Absolutely.
know about that now because for years, people are like, oh, I want to buy a house. Oh, let's put a contract.
Right.
And then they weren't approved. They can't get approved for a loan.
Right,
So
yeah.
pre-approval, setting somebody up for success is so
Absolutely.
important.
That's key. It's the first thing. I mean, if you're thinking about buying a home, first thing is to get with a lender, preferably me.
Yes, absolutely.
And get pre-approved. I mean, get an idea, financial assessment, see what you're comfortable with, what you can qualify for, and that's key.
Yes, and then once you do that, don't go out and buy a car.
Right.
Or so, I mean,
Yes.
people do this.
Yes.
They don't think. They're like, oh,
Right.
my credit looks good because I get a house loan. Oh, let me buy a car
Right.
and let me.
Yes.
That's not a good idea.
Yes. No,
because
definitely not.
Yeah, if something
All
changes in that time.
Right. That is factored into debt to income ratios, and definitely don't buy anything. If you're about to buy a house, just don't buy anything.
Exactly,
Wait until you
exactly.
close and then buy.
Right. So, do you ever get like newlyweds that
Oh, yeah,
say,
for sure.
"Hey, we'd like to buy a house. We know we can't do it right now, but what advice could you help them set them up for success? Like,
Absolutely.
hey, 1 or 2 or 3 years down the road, this is what you can do."
Yeah, not even 1, 2, 3 years. I mean, most of the time, if they need to be on a path to home ownership, we can assist with that. If there is some challenges to the credit, we can give them a few things that they can do to improve their credit score. Pay some items off. But no, it's typically, and I always, a lot of people right now are waiting to buy. They're waiting for rates to come down.
Yes.
And I strongly encourage people, now is the time to buy. The pent up, Bank of America put out a survey. There's 75% of pent up buyers right now. People
Wow.
that have been waiting for 2 years, and they say they're waiting for the rates to come down. And we're encouraging buy now. We're seeing, during the pandemic, that's when we saw like the bidding wars. Sellers weren't contributing to closing costs, but we're seeing more of that now because there's not as much, like the inventory levels right now are back to pre-pandemic.
Wow. Okay.
So there's a lot more on the market. And so you're seeing more of this, the contributions.
Seller incentives.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's
And there's so many
nice.
things that we can do to help with the payment to offset. I mean, there's buy downs that we can offer, for the first year. There's a lot of
Okay.
creative financing.
Creative, yeah, and that's
Yes.
that's the kind of thing that you can
Yeah.
help somebody with. You have over 24 years of home financing experience.
I do.
I mean, that's why. And your husband,
And my
Jason,
yes.
is also in the business, and he
Yeah.
has as many years also.
Yeah, he's-
So, I mean, you're getting a really great team of
Oh, absolutely.
knowledgeable
Yes,
people.
between the two of us, I mean, we've literally seen it all.
Wow.
And,
Amazing.
yeah.
That's good to know. You specialize in VA and FHA loans. You work in all
Conventional.
aspects of mortgage operations, including processing and underwriting.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really
Yes.
involved in all of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow. You have a master's business administration from Georgia Southern University.
I do.
Awesome. And so you simplify financing, whether it's first time buying, whether it's the next home, or refinance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really important
And a
too.
lot of investors, we offer, it's the short acronym is DSCR, and it's pretty much where you're qualifying to buy the home based on the projected rental income that you're getting.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, it is
Wow.
a phenomenal product, phenomenal.
Okay.
And a lot of investors love it because they don't have to do the tax returns, they don't have to go through the traditional qualifying. It's literally, you do need somewhat of a decent credit score.
Sure.
You need some down payment, typically 10% based on the credit score.
Okay.
But you're literally qualifying based off the projected rental income.
Wow, and it's like an Airbnb or a rental,
you can
long-term
do-
rental or something.
We can actually do both. We can do the short-term rental or we can do the long-term.
Okay, wow, that's so important. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's-
I travel now. I love Airbnbs. I just got back from LA.
Yes.
I did an Airbnb. I loved it. I stayed in a $2 million home in the hills. It was amazing. You know, I
Yes.
love Airbnbs. So,
Yes,
and
for
it made me think, I'd like to own something like this and rent it out. And then
Yeah.
when you want to go visit it, you can.
Right,
So that's really
absolutely.
fun. So you work with all of that. What are some things that can happen between your first discussion with someone to the closing? We mentioned buying a car, but you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to switch jobs.
Okay.
I mean, you don't want to, and a lot of times people are like, well, I'm about to, I have this opportunity, and I'm like, if you're staying in the same line, we can kind of make it work. If you can just hold off, sometimes it's just better to just keep things status quo. Of course, keep paying everything on time.
Gotcha. Right.
But yeah, there's typically what we see that kind of can derail somebody being pre-qualified is something like buying something major, a major purchase. You just want to
not do
You want
that.
to keep everything.
Gotcha. You are going to be on the show quite a bit coming up, and Jason as well. So we're
Yes.
going to talk more and more. I need to tell some people some of the testimonials that you get, because I was reading, and it was people love you. I mean, your communication was top. Everybody said your communication was just top notch. It was so consistent. Her communication was great. That's so important. People know that you didn't drop the ball on something. You had a rental property testimonial. They stated there was a lot of documentation needed, and that
They
you were
didn't do
so.
the DSCR.
What's that?
They did traditional finance.
Oh, okay, all right. But you were there and you communicated and you got all the documents. You were informative and helpful, they said. And you had repeat clients.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that speaks
Thank goodness.
volumes. They
Yeah.
come back again because they
Yeah.
trust you.
Yeah, I mean, we've done, over the years, probably 4, 5 loans for people. I mean, if not more.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's, yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And we'll have you on the
Enjoyed it.
show more to share
Yeah.
all of this great information that is so helpful. Stay tuned. I have a great design dilemma coming up next on the Signature Mike Show.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
We all have this design dilemma. We have bookshelves in our home and we don't know what to do with it. And a lot of times, first and foremost, what I see in a lot of homes, people have a lot of shelves, which means then they have a lot of stuff that they pile in those bookshelves, and then it gets messy. And a lot of times we have those on either side of a fireplace. So we have a lot of messy going on both sides. And your fireplace wall is the focal wall. and you've got this mess going on. So I'm going to try to simplify it for you today and teach you some things to do and things not to do on your bookcase. So first of all, I'm going to use the bookcase that we have here. This is built in, so these are solid. They're not adjustable. Sometimes they are adjustable. So again, sometimes pull out a shelf or two and create larger openings. That would be great. So I brought some things today. We have books always in a bookshelf. So we want to add some books. One thing that we want to do, you don't always want to keep things flat like this. Sometimes we want to angle a little bit. We can do something like this. We want to create some height. We want to stagger some things. Green is always great to have in a bookshelf. We don't necessarily need a ton of it, but we could do something like this. This creates height. It gives us a little green. It's kind of nice. Love that. We have picture frames. I see a lot of people take their picture frames and just scatter them all over the place. You want to create a story. You want to group these picture frames together. Maybe it's loved ones that aren't around anymore. Maybe it's your kids, it's family. But maybe group these things together, make memories with those. Maybe change them out seasonally. You know, we have to dust the bookshelf, so maybe once in a while, change things up. Don't keep it always the same. Maybe if it's the month of your mother who passed away, maybe do a story of your mom on your bookcase, and then the next month do something. Maybe it's seasonal. I have some clients that love to decorate their bookshelves for the holidays, or Thanksgiving, even Halloween. So think about seasonal things, but maybe change it up once in a while. Once you get it set, don't keep it the same way, but tell a story with your pictures. I'm going to add some picture frames here. And let's say, here's one thing not to do. Then we don't want to do the same thing right under. We don't want to create all of this. You know, if I had it, we don't want to do all, we want things to dance around a little bit. So we want to pull this in, maybe just a little bit. I want to show you a trick, and this happened by accident at a client's house the other day. These great little lights that we see on tables at restaurants and things like that. Watch what this does in this little space right here when it comes on. Look how, and maybe we'll place it here, but look how, again, if you're telling a story and you're looking at something like this, look how your eye goes right to the light. We have something in the way here. So see how this looks. Your eye goes right there because of the light. So we're creating, again, a little story there. We love little jars on a bookcase. If we want to add these here, I'm going to grab a book here. Because these are the same height, what we want to do, we want to create some height. Do something like this. See, we're stair-stepping that up. We're taking advantage of the space here. That looks really great. I love the big coffee table books. We can certainly put something, again, I don't want to go right underneath. We want to spread out a little bit. We want things to dance around a little bit. This is a lot wider bookcase than most of us have, so I'm coming up with a few other things. We could have a candle if we like over here. We have great matches that are decorative now. Look how red those are. Look how great those are. So we could have a candle over here with our matches. We could do that. I love sculptures. Again, sometimes that might tell a story, but we can do a sculpture in here. Maybe I might group that here with my vases like this. I love artwork in the back of the bookshelf sometimes. You can place artwork, again, especially if you have a bigger space here. You can add some pictures to the back of the bookcase. I love, because bookcases are rectangular or square, I love to create something round. I love if I can find a starburst mirror. Would work really great in the back of a bookcase, because not only are we adding some different dimensions, but then we're adding the mirror, which reflects a little bit as well. So that works awesome. So I love that. I love these beads that we're using. I could drape that over here. You know, look at just draping over the edge of the shelf there, how well that works. Again, I have other sculptures. I have some other picture frames. I might put this picture frame up here, and it might coordinate with the pictures that I have here. But again, keep in mind, you want to dance these things around, play around with it. In the back of the bookcase, you might want to add some antique mirror. You could add some wallpaper. Maybe it's a grass cloth. That looks really nice. Maybe we simply just paint the back wall. A lot of times these bookshelves are white. So if we paint the back of the bookcase, create a little pop of color, an accent wall, that works really well also. We've talked about antique mirror before, and I need to do that on the show again because it's a really fun process, and it really would work well in this situation. So I hope that gave you a little insight on, you can just keep adding things. Again, not too busy, but maybe think of larger things and grouping smaller things together. But anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll say goodbye with our guest from the day.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Villages at Bordeaux, each townhome invites you to build memories, celebrating life's little moments and big dreams. Thoughtfully crafted by Herbert Homes, your home offers comfort, energy efficiency, and easy access to our event center, Bordeaux Steak and Seafood, I-20 in downtown Thompson. Ready to find your place? Call today to schedule your tour of the Villages at Bordeaux.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home. Familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey Michael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years I've been talking to you about our floors, but did you know we are the largest locally owned lighting gallery in town? We have interior and exterior lights and ceiling fans also, so we can help you with any lighting project. We carry all brands to include Savoy House and Visual Comfort, and we are so excited we are now your local Capital Lighting dealer. Visit us today and discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
Wasn't that a fun show today? I loved having you guys. I love having friends on my show. I've been to your house, and you know how to style up a bookcase. I mean, you have spread those shelves out, and you have. Next time you come on, maybe we'll share a picture of that because it really looks amazing.
Thank you.
Really looks amazing.
You.
Your house? Do you guys play?
My house would be a design dilemma in of itself.
Well, see, that keeps me in business, so I'm glad there. You know, I don't do work at Kate buys some things for me, but I don't do work at her house because she has a great eye for design.
Thank you.
But you know, it's no different. Layering that is like, let's say this is a coffee table or an end table or something like that. You know, you stack a couple of books. We can bring an urn in on the table. Again, I love to drape things over and around. You know, something like that. A little green is always good. I don't think I can get both of these up there. Sometimes we want things a little tight, but maybe up on a bookcase, something like that is nice. Let's get that flower around there the right way. But that brings in some yellows, some colors, things like that. So anyway, yeah. Did you, as far as decorating, because your house is gorgeous, did you do this on your own? Did you have any training at all?
Well, I mean, you're always my inspiration.
Oh, you're sweet. You're sweet, but you do great to work. I love it. I love it, absolutely. Yeah, we'll have Kate back on. That you gave so much great information on mortgage lending. Really, really great. And Cliff?
And you don't have to do tax returns. That's what I heard her say.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Well, when we learned more about Cliff today.
Yes.
Yeah, learned more about you, than I ever knew before. I thought I knew you well enough.
More than you probably wanted to.
I love it. I love it. Well, check us out on YouTube, Signature Mike channel, and we'll see you next time on the Signature Mike Show.
All right.